Yeah, now's a great time to start playing football. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love the sound of a ball being kicked against my back wall. Oh, I've become the exact person I hated when I was a kid. I remember kicking a football against walls when I was young and having people yell at me for it because I don't like the noise of it and being like, what an asshole, I'm a kid playing, leave me alone. And now I have become the asshole. The circle is complete. Nature is at peace. Anyway, what are we doing today aside from ruining childhoods? Oh! Rainbow. These are originally, English language, these were originally made for the beaker, I think it was. Designed especially for Iodine's fairy garden cage, they also later appeared in the test tube when Sodium was living in there, and they were the one thing that I was able to salvage from that cage, so of course they need to make another feature in this new one, which I've realised this cage doesn't have a name. Maybe it should be called the Procrastinator. The Are We Done Yet? I don't know, I'll come up with something. My plan for it this time is only slightly different from previous designs because it is no longer attached to that big cloudy thing. I still have the big cloudy thing. I call it a cloudy thing as if it's just not a cloud. I still have this part, I'm just not planning on using it in this specific design, mainly because I want the rainbow to be going that way when you look in from the front of the cage, and in order to use that cloud, it needs to be going that way so you can't really see the rainbow. I need to rescue my work table from my office, so I figure I might as well show you why that place is still out of commission. Weird dusty stuff on the floor, weird pile of dust, weird what that is, dust all over my work table. Why is this? Aha! That would be why. To summarize what's happened in here, the water tank on our roof was very, very old and had cracks in it and was leaking into the roof above this room, which is a flat roof and doesn't have proper rain drainage, so the water was pooling up there and coming through the concrete. The concrete was getting damp, the paint all started peeling, stuff started growing behind the paint, which caused the paint to peel more and fall off, and this room snows sometimes, which is interesting. So this is what we've been dealing with for the last few weeks at least, and the landlord has been less helpful than they could have been, but we have finally had the water tank fixed and it's nice and sunny and warm outside now, which means the roof is pretty much dried off and we can start scraping all this down and repaint it, and hopefully sometime in the next few weeks we'll be able to come back into this room and use it again without it being carcinogenic. That's an exaggeration. It's not that dangerous in here, you just don't want to be in here breathing it in too much. So we've been regularly opening these doors to air the room out, but that does create more snowing. So it's its own situation. This is the state of my workbench. Snail. This is a cloud. It's my funky little template so I can cut out a decent looking cloud from my hardboard. Didn't mean to slam it down on the table quite so loud. AKA the back of a cheap IKEA picture frame. And thanks to the magic of editing, all I need to do is take the cloud template, place it down on the hardboard, and we will have a hardboard cloud. Wow, look at that, amazing, incredible, you'll never know how I did it. Not necessarily the most naturally coloured cloud, but I will take care of that. Cloud. But wait, there's more! A second cloud! And they're so pretty and cute. I think I did a decent job of those. What do you think? I mean, it's not the most natural looking cloud, but it's whimsically cloudish. Here's a small dog just out of shot. Good boy. For making the turrets of the castle, I have an off-cut scrap piece of wood, and on one side I've done a few scrabbly scratching sketches just to give you an idea of where to cut. Basically, I'm going to do 3 circles and then cut into them and then cut across. Why am I explaining? I'm bad at this. I'll just show you. And now for a brief intermission as I plug my merch. Here's some merch. Here's some more merch. Here's a little bit more. Here's some other stuff that is sold in my store, hamsterpie.com. Please come and check it out if you are feeling so generous. Even if you don't buy anything, just coming and looking at things, I appreciate. That was not a sentence, but I think you got the gist of what I was saying. And if you do buy any of my merch, know that I love you very, very much for that. And whatever tomorrow's weather is, I hope it's your favorite kind of weather so you can enjoy the day because you absolutely deserve it. We have the turrets, we have the clouds, we have the rainbow steps, we have a shelf waiting to be corked, and we have cork. We also have a great big tub of glue, which means the only thing left to do now is assemble everything. To fix this shelf into the cage, I'm using a few scraps of wood which I'm screwing directly onto the walls of the cage, so this should be nice and sturdy, and then just using one single leg to prop the whole thing up.
Regular days would turn into never-ending weekends, ordinary way. No, see you when it comes low. You plus me up, ripple effect. One dreaming architect. Hey, what do you say?
I went with some really high quality building techniques this time, dowels and Velcro. Mind-blowing genius. Obviously more things are going to be added to the shelf at a later date, but this is just the project for now. My one hope with this video is that I successfully convinced you that that project was a lot more straightforward than it actually was. How could a rainbow bridge leading into a cloud castle possibly be complicated, you may ask? I don't know, but I did manage to make it that way. What you've just seen is actually the second version of this project. I did the entire thing once already, hated it, scrapped it, started again. So yes, it actually is possible for me to screw up every single thing I do. I don't even need to try that hard. Regardless of that fact, if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, come check out my merch shop and social media and stuff like that, all linked in the description box down below as usual. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys whenever I see you next. Bye!